Hello again. It's Christina. I'm back with more Diary of an Ice Princess, Frost Friends Forever. Lina and Claudia snuck out of the castle. Her parents don't know. Nobody knows where they are. Bad idea. And now a blizzard's coming. They're stuck on the ground with Gusty. And look at the chapter title here. This is getting serious, right? Because that says lost. "We've got to get back to the plane," I shouted. "Let's go!" We held hands and ran as fast as we could, but the blizzard was coming in quick. A cold wind gusted across the top of the hill and picked up the snow on the ground, swirling it all around us and blocking our view. I got nervous that we would lose Gusty too, so I picked him up in my arms. "I think the plane is this way," shouted Claudia. "Are you sure? I thought it was that way." There was so much snow that we could barely see a few feet in front of us. "Make it stop, Lina," Claudia cried. "I can't," I shouted back. "I can make it snow, but I don't know how to take it away." "I feel like we should have reached the plane by now," Claudia said. "What if your dad flies back without us? He won't be able to take off in the storm. He'll wait in the plane until it passes." At least I hoped he would. We walked, and the snow swirled harder and harder all around us. I was getting a bad feeling. I didn't want to say it out loud, but I knew it. We were lost. I remembered Mom telling me that if I ever got lost, I should stay in one place so I didn't get even more lost. And Dad had once told me that the most important part of survival is having a good shelter. Has anyone ever told you that? That if you get lost, don't keep going around trying to find your way, stay in one place and find somebody, tell a grown-up, tell a mom who has some kids with her that you're lost. Have you ever heard that? I mean, there's nobody around, but they probably should stay in one place, right? And then she also says this about shelter, which is really important because they're so cold. So I raised my hands and I formed the whirling snow into a fort with thick walls and a roof. We all crawled in together. Even though it was still daytime, the storm had made the sky very dark. Here they are in their ice fort. I set Gusty down in between us and he whimpered. "We're going to be okay, right?" Claudia asked. Diary, I had no idea how to answer her. Chapter 15. Some very important observations. Have you ever felt low, Diary? Really, really awful? Well, take that feeling and multiply it by 4,000, and that's how bad I felt. What were Mom and Dad going to say? What was great Aunt Eastia going to say? She'd probably say I wasn't acting like a princess. And you know what, Diary? She would be right. Checklist of why I felt really, really awful. I had snuck away from home. I had gotten us lost. I had put my best friend and my dog in danger. If we ever got out of there, I was going to be in the worst trouble of my life. If being a princess meant thinking about others and keeping promises, then I was definitely not one. I had made a huge mistake. Okay, a bunch of huge mistakes. I couldn't change any of that. The only thing I could change was how I acted in that moment. I decided to start with an apology. "Claudia, I am so sorry about all this. I talked you into coming down to the ground, and that was wrong. I'm the reason we're lost." Claudia gave me a look. It was her, "Yes, this is definitely your fault" look. "I just wanted us to have fun," I said, "the way we do at sleepovers at your house." "But we were having fun," said Claudia. "We always have fun together, no matter what we do." "Are you kidding?" I said. "Turnip soup and chess isn't fun compared to trampolines and movies." "I don't care about any of that. If I was acting funny, it wasn't because I was bored. It was because I missed my family." "Wait, what?" Claudia nodded. "I guess I didn't realize how much I would miss them. Being up in the clouds made them seem even farther away. I should have explained to you how I was feeling. It's not all your fault, Lina." "Oh, Diary, what a mix-up. Claudia wasn't bored. She was homesick." I put my hand over hers. "We are going to get out of this storm. If we put our heads together, we'll find a way. We always do." Claudia gave me a look. It was her "now you're talking" look. Chapter 16. Two heads are better. When Claudia is serious about something, her forehead wrinkles up. Right then, she had 4 wrinkles. That meant she was really serious. Okay, we need to take stock of our situation, she said. We're lost in a blizzard and nobody knows where we are. I wasn't sure if hearing that out loud made me feel better or worse, but Claudia smiled. That's it. Nobody knows where we are, and that's our biggest problem. We might not be able to find our way out of the blizzard, but if we could make a signal, then someone could come find us. I turned to Gusty. Give me your biggest howl, buddy. Gusty howled. It was more like a yippy squeal. You think it was like... It definitely couldn't be heard over the roaring wind. I don't suppose you brought a megaphone in your backpack, I asked. She shook her head. But let's see what I do have. Claudia dumped her backpack onto the snow. We both sighed. It didn't look very promising. Claudia flicked on a keychain flashlight. Definitely not powerful enough to shine through the storm, she said, but it does look pretty on the snow. These were the supplies in Claudia's backpack. So she had that metal mixing bowl, 3 markers and a notebook, a keychain flashlight, and 1 bottle of glitter. Suddenly I had a wild idea. Claudia, that's it. We could use snow or ice to transmit the light. If we do it just right, we could make something big enough to be seen through the storm. Watch. I used my powers to form a small ball of ice in my hand. I shined the flashlight on the ball. The entire sphere lit up with a pretty red glow. Can you imagine that? Like if you had a ball of ice or a ball of snow and you shone a flashlight on it, that it would glow? That's perfect, Claudia cried. We need that, but bigger, way bigger. Hand me the notebook and markers. Claudia sketched out her idea for a super ice distress signaler. What's the glitter for? I asked. Claudia shrugged. Everything's better with glitter. Now let's get outside and make this thing. So I think I'm going to stop there, and I will read what happens and what they make, because on the next page there is a picture of their super ice distress signaler, and I think you're going to want to see it. Think they're going to be okay. So I'll come back next time and I'll read more Diary of an Ice Princess, Frost Friends Forever.